Democrats sue Donald Trump for alleged voter intimidation in 4 states. Democratic Party officials have sued Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump in 4 battleground states, seeking to shut down a poll-watching effort that they said was designed to harass minority voters in the November 8 election. In lawsuits filed in federal courts in Pennsylvania, Nevada, Arizona, and Ohio, Democrats argued that Mr. Trump and Republican Party officials were mounting a campaign of vigilante voter intimidation that violated the 1965 Voting Rights Act and an 1871 law aimed at the Ku Klux Klan. Trump has sought to advance his campaign's goal of voter suppression by using the loudest microphone in the nation to implore his supporters to engage in unlawful intimidation, the Ohio Democratic Party wrote in a legal filing. Similar language was used in the other lawsuits. The Trump campaign did not respond to a request for comment. Campaigning in Ohio, Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton said Mr. Trump was hoping to discourage people from participating in the election. His whole strategy is to suppress the vote. Lots of noise. Lots of distractions, Mrs. Clinton said in Cleveland. Since August, Mr. Trump has urged his supporters to monitor polling locations on Election Day for signs of possible voting fraud, often urging them to keep a close eye on cities like Philadelphia and St. Louis that have high minority populations. In a separate lawsuit, Democrats are seeking to stop the National Republican Party from working with the Trump campaign on poll monitoring, arguing that a long-standing court order prevents the party from engaging in so-called ballot security measures. Many states allow campaigns and political parties to monitor balloting, though they often face restrictions. In Pennsylvania, for example, poll watchers must be formally certified by the local election board and must be registered voters in the county where they are working. The state Republican Party has sued to remove these restrictions. With early voting underway, civil rights groups have said they have heard isolated reports of self-described poll monitors photographing voters and engaging in other intimidating behavior. Republicans say Clinton campaign will flood the polls with illegals. Democrats also sued Republican operative Roger Stone, a longtime ally of Mr. Trump, who is organizing an exit polling effort. Democrats said the true purpose of the project, called Stop the Steal, was to intimidate minority and urban voters. Mr. Stone said that his project was designed to ensure that electronic voting machines were working properly. Democrats also sued Republican operative Roger Stone, a longtime ally of Mr. Trump, who is organizing an exit polling effort. Democrats said the true purpose of the project, called Stop the Steal, was to intimidate minority and urban voters. Mr. Stone said that his project was designed to ensure that electronic voting machines were working properly. On Stop the Steal's website, Mr. Stone says Mrs. Clinton's Democrats intend to flood the polls with illegals. Liberal enclaves already let illegals vote in their local and state elections and now they want them to vote in the presidential election. Stone said the 1,400 people across the United States who had volunteered for the project have been instructed to use neutral language and only approach people after they have voted. Since we are only talking to voters after they have voted, how can we be intimidating them? Mr. Stone said.